your explosive ability, jumping ability, speed, you have the ability to turn one segment without turning the other. You're pretty much able to resist turning your lower without turning your upper. But for me, I would like to see you release your hips a little bit more. And what's interesting about girls is most girls rotate too much. You don't turn your lower body very much at all. Do you try consciously not to? So you're consciously trying not to turn your hips on the backswing? I want you to turn them a little bit more. Because that backswing's a little short. You know, most of the lady pros, they get the club back a little bit further. I'll just show you. She's got a pretty good hip turn there too. Now, one of the things like we've been working on is I'm going to do a test with you. I want you to put a club across your thighs, and I want you to turn your hips with your facing your head up at the horizon, and just go ahead and turn your hips. Okay, which side is loaded? Your left side, right? Well, that's how you should turn your hips in your real swing. All right, so that's an exercise I want you to practice. You're what's called a front post golfer or a front loader. In your golf swing, you don't really turn your lower body. And I think that, I mean, it turns, but it's not much. And then right there, in the transition, you see that move? So in terms of what sequence is moving, what's moving first there? Watch the top of your backswing. What's moving first? Your hands, right? A little bit? Alright, so one of the things that over the course of the time that I want you to spend, now that you don't, get in front of a mirror and work on turning your hips more on the backswing, and then I want you to feel like you can move your lower body. We worked on this with the K-Vest without moving your hands toward the target. So you're sort of a spinner launcher. You spin and you launch. So you've got a lot of vertical force and rotational speed, but you don't have much lateral movement. So right here, Nicole, you're starting to spin and launch, and your legs are going into extension, and that's actually better than what you were doing in terms of how much you're moving backwards. But what I want you to do is pretend like you're hitting your dad right in the stomach. His stomach is right here, and you got to do this to hit him. You got to turn your chest, and in order to hit the ball, you got to use your power source. Where's your power in your game? Your legs. Right. So you got to use this to push off and then unwind your chest. And that's an exercise I want you to do. Take your left hand like that. Okay. Now, from here, I want you to turn and hit your left hand with your right hand. Right. Turn and hit your left hand with your right hand. Push off, shift, and turn. Level. Right. Right. So